So I'm having a chat with Scott from Belief from Within.
How's it going? I'm good.
Yeah, good. Here at Download.
Yep.
How's it
Happy
been?
to be back, man. It's been well, we were obviously at the pilot last year, but first time back at the full Download. So
how's it
we're
been so
excited.
far?
Well, we just got here.
Yeah.
Yeah. I drove the van down last night. We stayed at a friend's house in Nottingham, and then just drove here today. So it was only like maybe half an hour drive, but
yeah, not too bad. Are you hoping to catch some bands while you're here?
yes, Deftones mostly.
Yeah.
I was going to say Mastodon, but I think they're actually playing at the same time as Deftones. But we played a festival in Poland last week, and I seen Mastodon there, so but Deftones today.
Yeah.
I was kind of hoping to see Shinedown because they're one of my guilty pleasures.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can call them my guilty pleasures. They're pretty fucking
They're
badass.
pretty good, yeah.
But I think they're playing. I think we clash with them, so that'll be interesting.
Yeah. So speaking of your set, hopefully you get to play some new tracks because you've dropped a new record.
We will be. I think the new album will be taking precedence today over the old ones. So
let's hope they've heard it since it came out last week.
well, it'll just be the singles, but we've got quite a short set, so they'll probably take up most of the set, and then just a couple of singles from the old album. So
yeah. So speaking of the new record, tell us about it. How does it sound compared to your previous music?
better.
Good. It needs to
Obviously, I'm going to say that. I'm biased,
but
but
it has to be, doesn't it?
yeah, well, I think I just think the songwriting's a bit better, and I think we put a bit more time into making like the choruses bigger, making the breakdowns a bit heavier.
Yeah.
Just, the typical shit guys in bands say. The heavy parts are heavier, the clean parts are more clean.
Standard, yeah.
But I don't know. Just all round, it's a better album. We definitely wanted to. I think being locked up over lockdown kind of made us miss live shows like every other band so much that we thought when we were writing the album we just we were itching to play a live show, so I think we kind of just naturally wrote the songs thinking about playing them on a stage, and yeah, I just think it's going to go down. They've been going down well so far on the shows we've played so far, so
Good.
I'm excited to bring them to a UK crowd. We've not played them in front of a UK crowd yet, so I'm excited for
Yeah,
it.
absolutely. So during the pandemic, obviously writing the record and stuff, how difficult was it to kind of record a record and write a record in such different circumstances compared to when you've done it before?
It was. I would say it was less stressful because we had more time to write this album.
Mm-hmm.
Because normally we're writing an album while we're on tour. But at the same time, I wanted to have so on the last album I introduced a lot more melody into the vocals, especially in choruses.
Yeah.
And I wanted to write better ones this time, so that was stressful. The whole wrapping up the album was stressful because we're like, shit, it's coming to the end of lockdown. Is the album finished? Are we happy? But we did have a lot more time to sort of experiment and play around with new ideas and stuff, so it was fun.
Yeah, good. And being back on stage for the first time after having so long off, how was that? Did it all come back to you straight away?
Well, the first show back was the pilot last year. That was the first show back, and I was mega nervous, but see the minute we just started, it was just no time had passed, so yeah.
Good. Now the record is out. What's the plan going forward? You'll obviously be touring and things. Where can people see you from now onwards?
We're doing loads of festivals this summer. We are doing a European headline tour at the end of the year in December, and then we come back from that tour and we have just announced, I think Download announced it for us, that we're doing the only UK show this year, headline UK show this year, will be in London Islington Academy. December the December.
It's in December.
December, right after the headline tour. So I believe, I don't know, man. I can't remember the date, but it's in Islington Academy in December. Google Bleed From Within London, and it will come up.
It'll come up. It's there.
Just make sure you come to that show.
Well, with just the one kind of headliner, you'll be wanting to kind of come back and tour properly over here. Is that kind of on the cards for 2023, would you say?
That will be 2023. We've got some gaps in our calendar this year, but they are reserved for potentially very exciting things, which obviously we can't talk about right now because it's not 100% confirmed, but it's very exciting.
Good, that's great to hear. So 2023, what's it going to be? Is it going to be releasing more music, writing, recording, touring? What's kind of floating around in the heads at the moment?
Obviously the new album's just out, so we're going to be touring a lot in 2023. Well, we'll be doing the headline at the end of this year with loads of festivals. We have a gap right in the middle after the summer where something's going to be happening. And next year, I'm guessing we'll be full on again.
Good.
And then we've already got some. I don't want to really take light away from Shrine because it's just out, but we've already got a couple of wee riffs kicking about for the next album.
Well, that's what happens when you've got so much time to write.
Exactly.
So, and speaking of touring, is there anywhere that you haven't been to before that you want to kind of make your way to at some point?
Well, we need to get. We've still not been to the States. We've bloody toured Japan and China, and we've still not been to the States. So, but the States is kind of on the cards at the moment. So, we'd love to get to Australia, but I just want to see. My goal in life is to see the entire world before I die, so I would just go anywhere.
Yeah,
for
sure. Well, Scott, it's been a pleasure
having
a chat with you.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
Cheers.